Thanks for hanging out with us today on Good Day State Line. Taxes can be really tricky, totally confusing, and cause you hours of stress, but it's way better when someone helps you. Linda Symons from LA Tax Service in Freeport is here to help make it easier for us this year, right?
Correct.
Yay!
Good morning,
Linda.
and how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited that you're here with us on Good Day State Line because, you know, taxes have changed a lot this year. There's like a bunch of new tax laws for 2019, right?
Correct. There's probably close to 100 new changes.
Wow, that's a large number.
And I think that we're all going to be pretty happy with the outcome.
Oh, well then yay.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So obviously we are talking about 2019 because we can't really fix our 2018 problems. We just have to deal with whatever we did, have somebody help us, like LA Tax Service if we weren't organized, but we could prepare for 2019 by being more prepared. How should we prepare?
Correct. Well, I'm going to kind of go back there.
Okay.
Yes, we can correct if you've done something wrong in
Linda,
18 or 17 or 16.
Okay.
But those you can correct. But let's focus on 19. And we have, like I said, some really good tax changes. I'm excited about the child tax credit, where it was like $1,000 and then $1,000 for additional child tax credit.
Okay.
Now it's gone up to $2,000.
That's
and $1,400 for refundable credit. So that's good. There's no more standard deduction.
Okay.
Or exemptions, excuse me. But they've doubled the standard deductions. And so it's kind of taking from one, giving to the other, but I think that we're going to do pretty good.
Okay, so what do you bring from LA Tax Service to somebody who might have wanted to do their taxes themselves?
If they want to do the taxes themselves?
No, how can you help them instead?
I'm definitely going to suggest to have a professional do them and be organized.
Sure.
That is such a big thing, is organization. Don't, you know, for us, don't come to our office with a box of receipts.
Yes, like I have
you have there.
That's your first tip, is be organized. You can't do anything more important than being organized.
Right.
That is the number one thing that you need to do.
That helps a lot. Make sure that you, when you do come in, that you have your W-2 forms, your 1099s, that you've waited long enough. And if you're not really sure of what you had last year, go back and look at your 2017 tax return. Look to see what jobs you had, if you received pensions, interest income, things like that. Try to keep a checklist so you can go through everything. Make sure when you do come to your preparer that you have had, you know, everything that you thought that you should have.
Sure.
So you don't have to go back and fix it.
Right, right. So that's what we were talking about. My organization skills are so great because I use clips and I don't really know what I'm supposed to keep and what I'm not supposed to keep. So what are the important things that you do need to keep?
Well, it all depends on what kind of job you have.
Okay.
You know, if you're self-employed, we have worksheets that people can stop down, pick up. We try to do them for farmers. We try to do them for small businesses, hair salons, things like that. And so we individualize each one. So that way they, know that that's for my trade, that's for my profession.
Awesome, so you can just go get that at any time and then that'll help you stay organized.
Right. One of the things that they've eliminated this year is entertainment expenses that you used to be able to deduct. That's been eliminated. Where they don't have the employee business expense. So that may be something that, may concern you, that you're not able to do that. So they've made it simple, but there's still a lot of schedules that have to go along with that simple tax form.
Sure, so the forms you guys have, and you just showed it to me, it looks not too scary.
Right. Yeah, our worksheets are pretty easy. Like I said, we usually change these every year because there's different things that come. As far as your receipts, I'm not going to be happy with that.
Don't show off to Linda with this, please.
Correct.
Correct. Maybe if this was organized, I have this also, but I stopped using it, so I think that's how I turned into that person. Would this be helpful to you?
Oh, this would be much more
so see, you don't even need this giant box that your mom made you keep in
your car. Bring it along, put it in your car, leave it there. So we don't have a heart attack when you walk in the door. I mean, we have
leave it in the car until you call for it.
Right.
Okay.
You know, if I say, do you have this? We don't really need to see your receipts.
Okay.
You're responsible for those, but we want to verify and make sure that you know, aren't coming up with your expenses written on a napkin or things like that.
They need to be like real.
Right. They do need to be real. Just like with children and dependents, we need to have verification that the children actually do live with you, and if it would be like school records, a lot of times medical cards, medical records, anything that has the child's name and address on it. That helps
we said be organized was the #1 tip, but you have 4 other tips that you brought to us today.
I did, but I'm...
The next one you said was to contribute to your 401k?
Not necessarily a 401k, because it's a little late for that.
Okay.
But if you contribute to your IRA, you do have up until April 14th or April 15th to the day that you file. So that does help you. The other thing is, like I said, we talked about being organized, contributing to your IRA, maybe keeping a mileage log if you're self-employed, and by that, the most easy one is to take your odometer reading at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year. Okay. And then, you know, think about how much you actually use your vehicle for that particular business that you're in. If you use it 100%, you take 100% off. And that's probably the biggest thing is being organized.
Yes, we're going to all do that in 2019.
I'll
start,
so.
Linda, I promise. So. Thank you so much for coming in. Now that we're mentally fit to take on tax day, it's time to get a workout in. More Good Day State Line next.